This video is sponsored by Noble Gold. Just when everyone started relaxing, taking for granted that Amber Heard would be cut from Aquaman 2 completely and replaced with another actress in reshoots, reports started circulating by way of Andy Signore's Popcorn Planet that a new cut of the movie is currently being tested. But instead of less than the 10 minutes worth of screen time that Amber was rumored to have in the previous cut of the movie, she has a bigger role in the cut currently being tested for audiences, with upwards of 25 minutes worth of screen time. How can this be? Are Warner and DC doubling down on her, increasing her presence in Aquaman 2? Or is there another explanation? As it turns out, there is. In this editorial, I will begin by going through the significance of the cut featuring only 10 minutes of Mera, as that provides some necessary context for why a cut featuring 25 minutes of Mera screen time is currently being tested in front of live audiences. And finally, what these test screenings may ultimately be meant to achieve. But first, over the years, you've probably tried different investments in stocks and mutual funds, so you know they can be up and down all over the place. But with inflation running at 8.5%, its highest rate in 40 years, do you need uncertainty? Being able to sleep at night knowing your investments aren't about to crash is worth its weight in gold. And speaking of gold, if you've been jumping from one investment idea to the next, a gold IRA with Noble Gold is perfect for you. With gold, you shield your gains from taxes, you keep the real value of your wealth, you own a global asset, something tangible, and you protect your wealth against an economic crash. And this month, for every deal above 20k, you'll get an incredible 3-ounce silver American Virtue coin completely free as a thank you. You can't go wrong with Noble Gold. Call 877-646-5347 now to find out more, or visit noblegoldinvestments.com. That's noblegoldinvestments.com, or our link in the description. With that, let's get into the evolving cut of Aquaman 2. First, it's important to establish that the 10 minutes worth of screen time cut is heavily rumored to exist. But it has, to my awareness, never been confirmed to exist by way of test screening reports. I believe the ultimate source of that particular rumor is Grace Randolph, and here it should be noted that while her Star Wars scoops have been pretty hit or miss, she is tracking far better where her DC scoops are concerned. And this one has, to my awareness, not been refuted by any other insiders or scoopers of any note. Therefore, I think it's fair to proceed under the assumption that the 10 minutes worth of Mera cut is real. Now, taking that as a given, what is the significance of the, well, let's call it the 10-minute cut for simplicity? First and foremost, it is not that only 10 minutes worth of Amber Heard footage was filmed, far from it. While we know from Walter Hamada's testimony that the movie is a buddy cop kind of movie featuring Aquaman and Orm, Amber Heard is still a co-lead, which means she was originally going to have a lot more than 10 minutes worth of screen time. My colleague Tom heard from his industry sources that if Amber only being in 10 minutes of the in-development cut of the movie really is the case, then it would be due to 10 minutes worth of screen time is what her role can be cut down to before the movie stops making sense. So forget about the actress Amber Heard for the moment. The significance of those 10 minutes is that is the very least the character of Mera has to be in the movie before plot points and narratives are compromised. So knowing that, why can't they simply recast her and reshoot those 10 minutes with another actress? Well, actually, they absolutely could do that, and more likely than not, they will. But if another actress were to play Mera, then maybe they wouldn't have to restrict themselves to the bare minimum of 10 minutes worth of Mera screen time. Maybe the movie would be better served reshooting 12 minutes worth of footage. Maybe the movie would be at its best with 18 minutes worth of Mera footage. How are they to know? This then brings us neatly to the 25 minutes worth of Mera screen time cut. If the 10-minute cut represents the bare minimum Mera must be in the movie, the 25-minute cut probably includes all the Mera screen time that was filmed, including any and all filler. For simplicity, as well as for shits and giggles, let's call this the Turd cut. As pointed out by Script Doctor in our June 10th livestream, Warner already know the minimum the character Mera has to be in the movie in order for it to work. But could the movie be further enhanced by adding a few more minutes to that screen time, especially if Mera ends up being recast? The only way to find out is by testing the Turd cut, and let test audiences decide which scenes work and which are redundant. And that is really what they're doing right now, testing the Turd cut. Probably the decision to recast Mera was made some time ago. Now they just need to know exactly which scenes to reshoot. That's good enough reason to test an extended Amber cut right there, but there may be another reason as well. Amber Heard was diagnosed with not just one, but 2 personality disorders by Dr. Curry, and she was found by a jury of her peers to have defamed JD with malice. This is a person who will stop at nothing to destroy anyone she feels wronged her. Warner are very well aware that the moment the hammer drops and they announce Mera being recast in reshoots aimed at removing her, Amber Heard will likely have a meltdown and turn on them. Who knows what she will publicly accuse them of, outside of having given in to what she would consider to be a compromised jury and misogyny. Hence, Warner needs to document their decision with test screening results that prove that the movie is unreleasable with her in it. And that, apparently, is what they now have. Because the Turd cut rumors also maintain that the test audiences hated every second Amber Heard was on screen, thereby giving Warner ample reason to fire her. So don't fret over the Turd cut being tested to audiences. It may signal that she is done, and they're just seeing which scenes Amber's replacement needs to film. Speaking of which, who would you like to see replace her? Emilia Clarke? Dr. Curry? JD in drag? Someone else entirely? And also, would you like to see the Turd cut? Let me know in the comments, and before you go, call 877-646-5347 now to secure your pension or visit noblegoldinvestments.com. See our link in the description.